In this video, I pledge to make Albania a superpower. Can I make my dreams a reality? Watch the video to see.
Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little interesting. Today we'll be playing as one of the most overlooked nations in Hearts of Iron 4, and that's because they just don't exist past 1939. That's just because they get eaten very early on in the game, and that nation is, of course, Albania. I mean, I could have gone a few different ways. I am playing a mod today, which will be in the description if you want to try it out, but it is slightly outdated, so it is before the Japan-China rework. And I will leave Iron Man mode off just in case the mod breaks a little bit. But without further ado, let's just hop right on into it. Welcome to glorious Albania. We have ourselves one division. That's it, one division. We got 3 factories, 16,000 manpower, that's not too bad, right? And okay, no buildable factories, so let's not even bother with anything right now. I guess mills for when we get civs. And here's our focus tree today. We've got a pretty honking focus tree. Looks like over here is a bit of industry, and we have all of our political tree over here. I'm gonna do a bit of reading and figure out what I want to do, and then I'll get back to you. Alright, no joke, after like 20 minutes maybe, of looking through this big focus tree, and with some commands I auto-completed some focuses here and there and just saw what sort of paths this would lead us down. I've come up with what I want to do today. Now I was thinking I wanted to keep Zog in power, so any of the anti-Zog blocks we're not going to do. I don't want to become a personal union with Italy, so that's off the table. So now I'm between these two paths here. Zogulism, or French guarantees, all this, or leading the Muslim monarchies. And without further ado, this is what we're going to do today, and go down to leading the Muslim monarchies. So let's just get started on refusing Italian protections right now, because yeah, they do have quite the grasp over our economy right now. So we're going to limit that, I guess it seems, right here. Yeah, so we actually get decisions here as Albania. Domestic actions here, we can allocate funding, and then we can also fund scientific studies for 150 political power, which gives us a research slot. And yeah, our spirits, we have the Zogu Constitution, which actually is pretty good for us, and then, yes, now we have a diminished Italian influence with the completion of this focus right here. Alright, and then we can also re-envision our constitution, give us more political power gain and all this stuff. Yes, please. You know what, with our first batch of 150 political power, we are going to fund scientific studies. And in 200 days, we'll have ourselves a glorious 3rd research slot. And look at Zog, he can get around to marrying Fawzia Fuad of Egypt. Zog, are you going to find a woman in your life? Let's see, let's find out. And there we go, Zog has been married. The UK has allowed us to marry a royal of Egypt. I'm gonna keep rushing down the street for now, I guess. Let's cooperate with the Sadabad Pact. Yeah, and I probably want to do this stuff and make some friends quickly before Mussolini gets any ideas about our sovereignty. Alright, here we go. Lead the Muslim monarchies. And we get the Order of Islam faction created with potentially Iran, Iraq, and Afghanistan. Alright. Yes, I hope we can get that going. That would be pretty cool. Look at this, Zog's wife, the beauty of Egypt. We can hire her as a political advisor. 10% recruitable pop, minus 25% puppet and annex cost in peace deals. Welcome to the government. Guys, a royal decree from Zog has arrived. He wants us to train 3 new divisions. And by royal decree, there was no real event. I just want to train 3 new divisions. These focuses are done. Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan have all joined our Order of Islam invitation, and look at that, we have a pretty big faction. Iran's almost capable of assuming faction leadership. You know what, I would assume any of these guys could just take over leadership from us. Yeah, we're pretty far down our tree already. I guess it's not too much. In this one we get decisions to gain overlordship over all these Middle Eastern puppets that the UK and France have. You know what? I'm going to do that. Let's do that one right now. It gives us political power because I'm going to assume it costs political power for us to just yoink these guys off of them. So save up a bit as well. And we'll see what happens. And yes, that focus has completed. And we now have Order of Islam foreign policy decisions where we can propose a new protector for Kuwait, Syria, Lebanon, Palestine, and Transjordan. So I'm just going to hit all of these buttons, see what comes of it. And let's see if Turkey wants to join us. I'll improve relations with Mr. Ataturk here, and hopefully they'll join our side and our faction. Well, Turkey, what do you say? Turkey to ratify. They have shown support for the Tabriz land exchange, so Land exchange, okay. So it looks like maybe Egypt can get independent. And that is a year thing to prepare for. So I guess it would be good to do that now and have that done in February 38. Yeah, let's do that. These guys have all accepted, and now we can become the overlord potentially. And Iran has accepted the land exchange. Thus, a new ally joins our ranks, so yes. And Turkey is in our faction. Oh, and here we go. France has handed over Lebanon. The UK has actually handed over Mandatory Palestine. Transjordan as well. France has refused to hand over Syria, however. So we could incite a revolt. You know what? Let's do that. Let's incite a revolt. 1,000 infantry equipment. Well worth it, right? And the second uprising is being prepared in Egypt. So now, yeah, to continue on with this focus, we need to wait a year to get rid of the national spirit, preparing the Egyptian uprising. And then, yeah, look, they become owner and controller of all the land, and they will join our faction. Let's do an Arabian expansion. Sure, get Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and we ask the UK for independence of colonies in the region. Oh, and Syria joins the Order of Islam. France declared on Syria. Is that really going to put us at war with the whole allies? Please don't. Or is this just something that pieces out after a while? Syria is independent and in our faction, but yeah, again, I don't want to fight France. I might just force a peace out. I did force a peace deal between France and our faction just because that is, I don't know if that's intended, and it wouldn't make sense for France to continue this war with the whole Middle East and they don't have any holdings. So you know what? That's how I'm going to justify it. Oh, unfortunately, Yemen has rejected, but Saudi Arabia did accept, and the UK has accepted to grant independence to Arabian vassals. We do have more decisions to secure liberation of British territories here in the Middle East. Well, we have ourselves a new flag. We are now the Pashaliks of Albania. So yes, now we will start to invite Italian military advisors, and we'll probably do the economy tree. It looks like this is more of a military bonus tree, sort of are left to choose, but I think I'm going to prioritize the public economy. All right, we have the political power, so I might as well just see what the UK says to all these territories. British Raj transfers control. UK denies. I didn't realize the Zogu Constitution was this good. It gives us 0.5% daily compliance gain. That is insane. We can do Mabroni Bosnian and demand autonomy for the Bosniak Muslims. Yeah, sure. Let's see what Yugoslavia says to this. It's 70 days. Like I said, I'm just going to continue doing some of these focuses here. Probably do this one first for an extra civ and a mill. That will be very helpful to us. Yeah, then we'll continue doing maybe another civ here for 35 days. Get some of these boosts here. Maybe go down and grab another research slot and all this stuff down here. There we go. We've tripled the Albanian military from 1 to 3 divisions here, and our fourth one is just about trained up as well, and we can organize a militia for 10 army XP and get a free division. Yeah, there we go. We did get a free militia division, so not as good as our infantry, but still, that is men in the field, which is very good for us. Okay, we actually have a war goal on Yugoslavia, so I see why our allies are lined up on the border with them. So they must have denied our request for Bosnia. Yeah, I can't really take out Yugoslavia just yet. Okay, and we no longer get effects from preparing the Egyptian uprising, so right after this focus is done, we're gonna do this one in the name of Saad Zaghloul. I hope I said that right, I probably didn't. And we'll get Egypt into our faction, and I hope this doesn't put us at war with the UK, because it does give them an event, revolt in Egypt. So let's arrest Hoxha, who is the man who built forts over all of Albania in real life. And there we go, the Kingdom of Egypt. Wow, that is a large Egypt. And they are in our faction, the Order of Islam. And yes, okay, of course, we're at war with the Allies. I might game this a bit and just piece us out, because I'd rather just not. Alright, let's get rid of our Italian influence in our country. It's terrible, we don't want it anymore. Italy, go home. I just want to have a fun game. You know, if you try this out yourself, you can fight the Allies if you want, but I really don't want to fight the Allies, guys. Not right now, at least. When I was doing my test runs, I actually never got to war with the Allies once, so that's what my justification is for piecing myself out. Now, we are right around the time of the historical occupation of Albania by the Italians. Well, yeah, here it is. An Italian ultimatum we could submit and just the game will end for you, or we can rally to Zog. Let's get our troops lined up on our ports and these few tiles here. And of course, you know, I didn't come all this way to just submit to Italy. Let's rally to Zog. Italy has declared on us, putting them at war with us, potentially our whole faction if we want to call them in. And now, yeah, Italy's joined the Axis, so we will be at war with Germany here very soon. Well, here come the Italians. They're attempting a naval invasion on us. Yes, there we go. We've held the initial invasion. Let's push these guys out now. And there we go. Let's ensure our own claims here. We get claims on all of these lands here, which looks like Bulgaria and Greece, a little bit of Yugoslavia. And also this will further us down our tree. Well, it looks like maybe a bigger conflict is looming on the world stage. There it is. And Poland, okay, it auto sent out a request for Poland to join our faction. Poland, welcome to the Order of Islam. And Poland has called in all of our allies. We might as well get war goals on Yugoslavia, Greece, and Bulgaria. I'm not going to declare them, of course. But again, it just gets us further onto the past that unites us all. And we get cores on all these lands, and we become known as the Sublime Rumelian State. Here's another naval invasion hitting our coasts. Let's see if they're any good this time. There we go. Okay, well, I guess Luxembourg, yep, they are automatically joining our faction. All of the Benelux, there's the Netherlands now. Yeah, so the Allies still not at war with the Germans. And yep, there's Belgium into our faction as well. And as another Italian naval invasion is striking our coast, this focus is complete. We are now a nice light green color, and we are Rumelia. King Zog is, of course, still the leader. Now we can do one nation under Allah and unlock a decision to restore the Sultanate of Rum in Turkey if they agree to it. And there's some more Italians taken out. So I've taken out a few invasions now. Off camera, we've lost 3.7 thousand casualties, and we've inflicted 81,000. Very good. I think things probably will get definitely much more dicey when they come in for Yugoslavia and once these other members of the Balkans join in the Axis. Look at this. The UK has sent volunteers to like every single one of the nations in our faction except for us. But look at this. There are 8 United Kingdom divisions here, 8 more here, holding these 2 tiles in Turkey on this front line. But there we go. National focus complete. One nation under Allah. We can restore the Sultanate of Rum for 150 political power, and Turkey will get an event. Let's hit this button. For whatever reason, Mexico has joined the Allies before the Allies have even been involved in a conflict. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. This is a crazy crossover. Even the Soviets have sent volunteers, and the UK, Soviets, Turkish are all trying to push out these Italian holdings in here. Turkey has actually agreed to restore the Sultanate of Rum and raise the former Ottoman Caliph to the title of Sultan of the Romans. Turkey becomes a puppet of us. No way. And they are a beautiful light blue color, look at that. And yeah, Abdulmajid II is back in control. Can also unite Rome and the land of the Romans and annex the Sultanate of Rum. Yes, please. Let's see what happens when we do this. And we get the event Identity for an Empire. Well, there we go. Just as the Allies pushed the Axis out of these 2 tiles, Germany has declared on France, bringing them fully into war with them. Greece is into the war. Italy has declared on them, and we might have an actual front line very soon if Italy can pull something off here. One day away, let's see what happens, just as Bulgaria has joined the Axis. And you know what? France actually holding out. I guess they had time to build up their defense and have troops on this border. Yep, we fully just annexed all of this land. 35 divisions. Do we have cores on all this stuff? We don't. Yeah, but we do now have a front with Bulgaria. And Stalin even wants to send us 10 divisions here, and okay. Identity for an Empire, here it is. Our quest to achieve greatness, we have emulated the nature of the Ottoman Empire within the Balkans. I mean, not really, we're still just Albania, I guess, and we did just annex Turkey. But let's see. The Ottomans themselves, however, took on the identity from the Byzantines, who in turn saw themselves as a continuation of the Roman Empire of years past. Now we have claimed that mantle once again, but which form shall it take? We can create a new imperial identity and become the Amaut Seljuk Empire. We can carry on the Ottoman legacy. We can connect east and west and become Byzantium. Or we can say, we all know there's only one true empire. Hail Rome. Let's become Rome. We are now the Roman Empire, and we started as Albania, and it's 1940. And yes, we do have all of Italy as cores, and we finally actually have an industry. Now, we all knew Albania was the correct continuation of the Roman Empire. We just needed time to prove it. Well, it was nice how long France held for, but they have finally fallen just before 1941. We're finally going to do some actual frontline fighting here in North Africa. It's not much supply, but I will connect this and make sure that we do have supply. Okay, Yugoslavia has been declared on, and okay, Italy has yoinked Dalmatia. We're gonna let them fall to the Germans and the Axis, and we can invite them to the faction. No, we're not going to do that. So this is where things can fall apart, because we'll be right on the front lines with the Axis. Okay, so I just need to hope now that the Axis swoops on in. I can grab all my claims in the area eventually after some holding out. Alright, Yugoslavia has capitulated, which means now we're right on the front with the Axis here. Let's hold back. Okay, we've actually lost the tile of our homeland. That's not great. I guess I won't capitulate because I do have all of Turkey, but it would be nice to hold on to the homeland. That was very close. We almost got pushed some more, but this seems okay for right now. There's a ton of Axis divisions here. Bulgaria's finally joined into the war. It's good. There's still a ton of Soviet tanks and troops in Albania right here who are trying to help out our defense and actually allowed us time to move troops here. Well, I don't want to say this mod has been overpowered, but it certainly has been nice. And that is until I saw these two focuses here, growth or defense. And yeah, you know, the Spirit's like, yeah, that's pretty good. 20% construction speed to civs, 20% to mills over here. Oh yeah, and then every single state we have, we get a civ. Or every state we have, we get a mill. That's pretty dang good. Let's go for the civs today. I love civs. Let's get 28 civs from this one focus. Well, here's where we've been pushed back to. I just got this new army out. As you can see, they're still being transported over here. They have a ton of troops lined up on us. Even more here in Thrace. Yeah, it's going to be a while until we can actually do a push. Well, we are being endlessly attacked, but hopefully with this declaration of war on the Soviet Union, that will pull some pressure off the front. I mean, we just lost Edirne right now, and it's been very tedious here in our homeland of Albania. Like, please, you don't need 12 divisions per tile just endlessly attacking me in the mountains. Please, guys. Oh, and now we've lost this tile. Great. Well, the lines have definitely thinned out. Let's see if I can push and take a bit of Epirus. There we go. We've grown by one tile. Just ignore all the ones we've lost. I've maybe achieved a breakthrough here. Let's see what we can do. Well, I think I owe it to you guys to do a quick casualties check. We've taken 330,000 casualties, 151,000 to Italy. We've inflicted almost 500,000 to the Germans, 138,000, and we've inflicted 1.3 million. Wow. And we do have a very nice front to hold right now. I'm very happy with where we sit. And there we go. We've made it back to the borders plus Burgos is what I like to call Operation Uno Reverse. Let's do it. Hopefully we can get this port. There we go. We've secured a little bit of Italy here, and we'll do a little push. And here's our first encirclement of the game. 2 Italian divisions. And there we go. We've secured all of southern Italy. These are all our cores as well, so get some manpower, get some factories. Here we go. Come on. We need to reclaim Rome for the glorious Albanian Roman Empire. Come on. Yes, there we go. We've made it into Rome. We are running into literally like 0 resistance here in Italy. It's just these same 10 divisions that I sent over. Mussolini's been deposed, and civil war. We're gonna keep the territory because this is our cores. Yeah, I really didn't think that 10 divisions would get me all of Italy, but here we are. This is it. This is the offensive that connects our fronts and ends Axis dominance here in the Balkans. There we go. We've connected and encircled some more divisions. Yeah, Hungary has just proclaimed Greater Hungary. You guys are definitely full of yourselves. It's not like we reclaimed the Roman Empire as Albania. Everything's going really well. As you can see, Bulgaria no longer exists as a concept. Romania is being pushed even across the Danube River. And there's Romania gone. I think we're at a point now where I feel comfortable hitting the magic button. Hungary just capitulated. Even in Germany, there's not much resistance. Let's hit the button. Our great Polish allies are back on the map. The gates of Berlin are in our sight, and Albania has taken Berlin. Alright, and just before the Germans surrender, let's do a casualties check. 600,000 casualties total, which really, we're being at war for like, what, 4 years? Not too bad at all. 276,000 to the Germans. We've inflicted 2.7 million. Italy, 175,000 and 840,000. Bulgaria, 100,000 and yeah, 450,000. 21,000 Hungarians to 500,000. Wow. Oh, and there we go. The Germans have capitulated. 40% of the war score for us. Let's expand the Roman Empire. There we go. Peace deal over with. The Order of Islam has grown pretty large. We are a superpower now. Yeah, we did get all of Austria and most of Germany as well. We took all this land, took all of Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria. I think I'm very happy with where we're ending off. We could fight the Soviets. I don't think it'd be A, that much of a battle at this point, and B, very worth it. Just give me a moment. I'll clean up these borders a little bit with our puppets. I'm going to use the console and just annex our puppets here. It beats me just sitting around waiting for political power and Lend-Lease to come in. I'll be right back. Well, there we go. Again, we don't have Syria as a puppet, so I'm not going to annex them. Do you think Greece would mind if I just did a little of that, just to clean up the borders? I'm sure they'd understand, right? There we go. We are now a very powerful Roman Empire. We started out as Albania. We're schizophrenic. That's going to do it for this one. If you've watched this far, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.